Hi, I'm Dennis Hudson here with a brief presentation of the license agreement for the Hudson Equilibrator, U.S. patent number 8591449B2, and it of course has a much longer name with the Patent Office. And the licensing window is now open, and you can find out if that applies to your particular field of use just by going to the website whatolearn.com/license.htm. And you'll also find there how many licenses in your field of use are available, as well as a PDF version of the license itself. And it's an annual license fee. No royalties are involved. Now, before I get into why the license is so inexpensive, and by the way, at that same site you can see a video it's a very brief video of how the device works. And before I get into why it's so inexpensive, let me explain to you my reasoning and what I thought would be your reasoning in deciding whether or not to obtain a license to some new technology. So, in obtaining a license to some new technology, this is what I thought would be some of your primary concerns. You want to know, is it more efficient? Is it minimal parts? Easy to fabricate? Low maintenance? Lower cost? Can you store energy more permanently if that's one of your goals? Or perhaps in your particular field of use, the objective is to be able to have an output of energy at a steady, constant rate. And if you look at the video on the device at the website there, you will see that it meets and exceeds these concerns. Now here are some other concerns I thought you might have in licensing new technology. One of them would be, what if a new technology comes out, and let's say you've invested heavily in obtaining a license for something, and what if gas and oil prices should change, and that affects your business? That's if you're, say, in the alternative energy area. But in other areas, other fields of use, that might not be a consideration. But what if it just doesn't work out for your company? That would definitely be a consideration with everyone. On the other hand, if some new technology becomes available for licensing and you do not obtain a license, you have to be concerned, I would think, about competition carrying away bags and bags of what should have been your money. Or, going back to the downside of the equation, you want to know about the barrier to entry, or the opportunity cost, which is a more polite way of putting it, and you'll be pleasantly surprised, I'm sure, at the very low opportunity cost of the Hudson Equilibrator. Which brings me back to why the licensing fee is so very low. And my objective in this is very simple. It is to create a market. I'm making a market for licenses to my invention. So, once someone obtains a license, I can send out press releases, and that will increase the value of subsequent licenses that I sell. So I get a better price. And the license agreement, of course, has a most favored licensee clause in it, which means I can't later offer to someone else a license on more favorable terms to them than I offered to you. And in each field of use, there's a maximum of a certain number of licenses that can be in effect at any given time. As I say, it's an annual license, and that means that at the end of the annual term, you can choose to renew, or you can choose to walk away. In other words, you get a way to evaluate on an ongoing basis whether or not you want to keep a license. And licenses are offered in tranches. Now in your field of use there might be only a maximum of two licenses, let's say, in your field of use, so the first tranche would be, say, one license. On the other hand, in some fields of use there are more allowed, let's say 10. So the first tranche might be 2 or 3 licenses available. And this, of course, is all detailed at the website whattalearn.com/license.htm. Now, should you choose to renew your license, the license fee will vary over time like this. And this isn't an exact representation of the rate of change, but your first license would be at a very low price. The next one would be a somewhat higher fee, and then the third, and then these are annual renewals. And after the first 2, 3, or 4 years, however your particular license is set up in your field of use, it levels out and remains the same for the remaining life of the patent. And of course, there are no royalties involved. And with reference to the life of the patent, you'll notice that the patent issued on November 26, 2013, I have waited this long, and right now is May 2015, I have waited this long to begin issuing licenses, and one advantage of that is that the term, that is to say the statutory term permitting an interference action against the patent, has expired. So that's one less thing for us all to worry about. And again, you can renew or choose not to renew a license at any time. And I invite you once again to visit the website for further details. And I thank you for taking the time to view this brief video. As I say, the details are there at the website. And I look forward to doing business with you again soon. I'm Dennis Hudson for the Hudson Equilibrator, U.S. Patent number 8591449B2.